What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld. Today we're going to be talking about some tips and tricks that'll get you to the next level and what you should be doing right now. I'm going to go over some of the things that I've been doing personally to kind of get, I need to get my team to an ultimate level. And like I said, I'm going to buy bundles when I want a player. Specifically, I just did one for Lawrence Taylor. Well, not really a bundle, but I got a few packs or whatever to try to, get a set done. But there's certain players that I'm definitely buying packs for. Like, it don't even really matter, dog. If you guys want to check out my mortgage money spent videos, bro, definitely check those out. It's only specific players that I'll be willing to spend for, but Lawrence Taylor is one of those players. So I'm going to be giving you guys some tips and tricks right now to kind of get your overall up and make sure you guys understand that you can achieve a lot of this stuff without spending money. Now, ideally, the theme builders are huge. Like Andrew Norwell, this 87 overall. I got the other guy, Myles Garrett. These guys are studs, right? And they're free. You get them to an 87 overall, bam, bam, bam. It's all good. Now, there's certain other things that I've been speaking about regularly that we're going to go over at this point so that you guys kind of understand that it's necessary, right? Guys like this, right? Odell Beckham Jr., all right? I got him for free. I tweeted it out. I showed you guys exactly what happened. I did all my superstar challenges, and I was able to pull him for free. Now, I haven't powered him up yet because I'm trying to get a feel for what's going on with it, but I want to encourage each and every one of you guys to get those solos, well, not the solos, missions. I got to start calling them missions. They're no longer solos, they're missions, right? Missions, challenges, and stuff like that. I need you guys to be blasting those out. That's a very, very huge tip. Any new promo that comes out, guys, if they have solos involved, you need to get them done. The heavyweights did not have anything involved with that, so pretty much they just told you, like, yo, you got to use training points in the store to be able to do that. To give you an idea of what my grind was worth, look at that. Look at those numbers on a wide receiver right now in August. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's ridiculous. And as we compare him to Torrey Holt, that's another thing. Level 48. As you guys are grinding out this game, EA is giving you guys so much free stuff. It's ridiculous. Look at Torrey Holt's numbers. An absolutely free card. The dude, like, all you have to do is grind the game. Now, I know it's easier said than done because a lot of you guys are like, yo, bro, I got so much stuff I'm doing. Listen, my summer has been crazy, and I've been able to get a couple hours here, a couple hours there to get it grinding. That's why I'm still not a level 50. If this was like last year when I had more free time with Madden 19, I would already be the highest level. But I'm trying to make the best time of what I have. You see what I'm saying? So you're going to have to balance it out. But I'm giving you guys these tips to make you understand at certain levels you're getting, 25,000 coins. You got Torrey Holt right there. Superstar solos is getting you that free OBJ. Some of you guys got Patty Mahomes and made 350K off the rip. So those things are very, very huge. Let's look at the Journey Master. An absolutely free card. The dude is free. Like, there's no excuse for you not being out there getting this done. So those kind of things I'm going to need you guys to start looking at a little bit more. Try to figure out, what solos you can do, the time frame of what it's going to take, because a lot of you guys want to ask, how long does it take? It takes as long as it's going to take you to finish it. It don't matter what anybody tells you how long it takes for them, because everybody has a different system. Some people play with the PS4 on remote play from their phone and do their solo, so it's not like they're sitting in front of a screen, their monitor or whatever. So people have different methods. If you have remote play, you can do it like that. You can play your solos remotely. It's a lot of different ways to get it done, but there is no excuse to not being able to get your team to a certain level because it's so many free things that are being offered up, all right? So I wanted to offer that information to you guys about that you can get a lot of these cards, Norwell, OBJ, Holt, Myles Garrett, a lot of these cards you can get absolutely free, but you're gonna have to, it's gonna be a lot of your time, all right? Some other tips that I wanted to go over, some of you guys were still asking about it, like, why are you using specific X factors, Gmia? Why do you have these certain things? Let me point this out, right? Bazooka is very, very huge, but because Patrick Mahomes has such a huge arm, you probably don't really need it for the most part, but you can see the difference in the way he throws it when it is activated. All right, I just want to make sure everybody understands that. It's not a situation where I'm just putting bazooka on because the name sounds cool. Like, that's not what I'm doing. When it's activated, you literally see the ball fly further than where he throws it regular. So whatever EA did, they made sure that that chem is something, or ability X factor, they made sure that it works. Marcus Allen, I have evasive on him. I didn't pay the extra training to like give him like first one free or anything like that, but evasive is way glitchy. Now, you guys might have noticed that they've kind of been tuning the game because a lot of things have been kind of changing up a little bit. Like, he's not as glitchy. And I noticed it as soon as they do something, bro. Like, he just all of a sudden is not as glitchy. He started to fumble now. Well, originally, he wasn't fumbling at all. I know a lot of you guys know what I'm talking about with that. Like, he just would not fumble. Now he fumbles, bro. If you get caught in the wrong thing, you fumble in the ball. And it's pretty much a wrapperoni with cheese. Now, if you go into his set, which we will in a second, he has other things like spin cycle and stuff like that. I think evasive is something that you should probably go after, but it's very expensive. It's about 1,500 training, but it definitely, it has won me games by being able to out-juke my opponent because they didn't have secure tackler on their defenders. Now, double me with Tyreek Hill. I told you guys, I'm going to have to put, I don't know if I'm going to leave it on him or would I give it to Torrey Holt. I'm going to have to figure it out because Torrey Holt also gets additional routes. So I'm going to have to see exactly what's going on with him and then see if we just leave Tyreek Hill regular because Tyreek Hill is a dog by himself. Like, he's just raw. But rack him up. I would recommend rack him up instead of double me because double me, even when I was trying to run it with him when he got activated, he's still shorter. So it's probably better for the bigger players, Travis Kelce, Michael Thomas, maybe OBJ because he, you know what I'm saying, it's OBJ, they might cheat for him. But taller people, like for instance, I would put it on Calvin Johnson and probably put rack him up on Randy Moss. You know, depending on how it works, like what speed they give him, I don't know. It's going to be kind of weird, but we'll figure all that stuff out later. But those are just some of the things that I wanted to touch on. Now, when we go and look at Marcus Allen, I wanted to show you guys what I was talking about. Things like spin cycle, like 1250, whatever, with the faster spin animations. When you look at what evasive does, evasive, you know, it's faster animations for spin and juke moves, right? So this right here, it's faster spin animations. It looks like you got all of it in one, which is why I don't want to waste stuff on the spin cycle because it says the same thing, but it's just by itself. You just get it with the juke also and the spin. That's why it costs $1,500 as opposed to $1,250. I just wanted to point that out as well. The pin and pull guru, this is actually pretty huge as well, but you got to be very, very careful with it, obviously, because I go evasive. I don't think you get another opportunity with the second one to use evasive. So you get the spin cycle, but you don't get evasive. And I think evasive with the juke is a lot more because the spin cycle is pretty good, but you know, it is what it is. But I think that evasive is spin cycle and juke in one. I just wanted to point that out to kind of, you know, some of you guys are asking like, what should you go for? I just think you go for evasive and you get everything in one. I think it's pretty much the same thing. Now, defensively, let's jump to the defensive side of the ball because now that we have Lawrence Taylor, I have not put anything on him yet. All right, I haven't put any kind of chems. I still have everything on my other players. But Lawrence Taylor is a guy that goes out and does whatever he wants on the field anyway. Like, you're not blocking him unless the team that you're playing against is stacked at left tackle, left guard. Like, you need a lot of people to block this guy. And he can be blocked, but, you know, you got to have a decent team. If you play somebody with a weaker team, you're going to immediately notice that Lawrence Taylor's eating for days. It's like, you can't stop him. It's ridiculous. Wild and savage, right? So when you look at the rest of my X factors and the way that everything is working out, I didn't add anything to LT yet because I've already spent ridiculous stuff on Von Miller, Jadeveon Clowney, and Myles Garrett. And for those of you guys that said, yo, G-Maya, I got Jadeveon Clowney and now I got Lawrence Taylor. What am I supposed to do with Clowney? Bro, you keep him and put him as a D-end. Bro, it's simple. He just can't go to D tackle because he's a linebacker. You put him as a D end and you move one of your other D ends to D tackle. Like, bruh, simple. You can't. I'm gonna tell you right now. I was contemplating getting rid of Jadeveon Clowney, and then he went out there and just became a monster, dog. Like, he was like, yo, I got this, and I can't knock him. I just can't knock the hustle, bro. Yo, dudes are out there balling beyond belief, and I'm telling you this right now. Jadeveon Clowney is a dog, bruh. He's a dog. Look, if you already have him and you got LT, I would urge you guys to keep both. If your bank account is set up like that and you can't afford both, obviously you got to go Lawrence Taylor over Jadeveon Clowney. But I'm telling you right now, having both of them, it's very, very huge defensively for me. If you're running a 4-3, what I'm going to urge you guys to do is keep Lawrence Taylor at the right outside linebacker, put Jadeveon Clowney at right end. If you got Von Miller, he'll be the left end. I use Josh Allen and Myles Garrett. Pretty much like I can mix and match D tackles because my D tackles are kind of weak. but these guys are very, very fast, and they can make some plays. And you know, pretty much I use their Anthony Barr, and I just go from there. And that's pretty much where I'm at with it. You know, ultimately, you're gonna have to make that decision. Very, very tough, but you know, like I said, right now with Anthony Barr, as a matter of fact, I'm gonna have to take away Myles Garrett, Unstoppable Force, and just keep activate Anthony Barr, because I was kind of angry with Anthony Barr after one game, but I'm gonna activate him back because, like, that's just the way the game plays, bro. The game is wild this year. Dudes just don't jump for the ball. It's really, really ridiculous. But that's another thing. You got to be very, very careful with your spending. Understand that if you invest in a player, you don't get the ability training back. They still haven't done anything about that. They've made it so that it doesn't cost you to downgrade your player and you get back some of your training. But I'm going to tell you this right now. Once you start investing in a player, it makes it very, very hard when you start adding these abilities to them to get rid of them. Because you start looking at your pockets like, yo, what the? Like, dog, I just spent all that. Like, it gets crazy. So I just want to point that out. They don't charge you for downgrading, but you don't get back any of your training for the individual abilities that you put on the card. So for now, if you guys are evaluating like, yo, should I put, you know, something on Lawrence Taylor because I had on Jadeveon Clowney? I would go ahead and keep Jadeveon Clowney if you had it previously on him already, and just wait until you build up a little bit more funds to kind of be able to do that without any major issue. All right, that's the best way I can answer it for you, because I don't want you guys overspending on abilities, because it can really, really hurt those pockets, dog. Like, really, really hurt them. All right, and then finally, you know, the number one thing, like I've been telling you guys as I've gone through the video, I need you guys to be looking at sets. Look at the sets. Be able to see if it's worth it to go and complete stuff through the set rather than buy the card outright. Like right now, look at some of the numbers on this. You know, he was down to like 156 earlier, you know, for the 86. And we had a lot of issues with this yesterday. I spent $230 on it. You know, look at the sets, try to see what the prices are, take it step by step. You don't have to complete it like right now, $299 right there for that. You know what I'm saying? I spent $330 maybe. I think maybe like $330 or something. So there are ways to kind of snipe, but you got to take your time. Look at the sets, guys. People will pull cards and the market sets itself. If something seems weirdly expensive, stay away from it. That's pretty much it. Just stay. Don't even think about it. All right, you know what? That dude wilding out there. I'm not going to buy that. And you just leave it like that and keep it moving. All right? Finally, with the missions, I need you guys to be taking care of these superstars. I need you guys taking care of these legend solos. I need you guys, even if your overall is a little bit lower, to get some of these legends and power them up to 88, because that's where it stops. And then if you get lucky and you get the card afterwards, yo, good, you good. If you don't, you keep them as an 88, and at least you can compete with some of the cards that they're releasing. Keep in mind that the limiteds, I believe all of the limiteds expire, right? Yeah, the limiteds expire. Only the ones that are still available in sets are going to stay. So any limited will not be there. So make sure you play that the other one that I just showed you with the tight end with Winslow, because this will be gone on Monday, 10:30 Eastern Standard Time. So if you wanted to just get those extra 5 stars, put it towards Month Master, feel free to do all that stuff like that. But definitely play these legend solos. Use training to get these players up to like 88 and start to build your overall up to be able to compete right now, as everybody is still, you know, getting their teams like godlike. All right, guys? Those are some of the tips that I have for you guys right now. Trust me, I'm going to have so much more coming soon. All you have to do is subscribe, turn on your post notifications, and let me know how you're feeling about yourself in the comments. How's your team looking, bro? Like, give me some feedback. Is your team able to get out there and compete? Are you still having issues with other things? Let me know all about it, and I will get at you as soon as possible. I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. One love.